Meet Maya. She's sitting at her kitchen table, staring at her math homework, and there it is, a proportion with a missing number. She has no idea where to start. Sound familiar? Well, today, Maya is about to discover one of the coolest shortcuts in all of math: cross multiplication. By the end of this video, she'll solve proportions in seconds, and so will you. Let's go! Before we get to cross multiplication, let's make sure we know what a proportion actually is. A proportion says that two ratios, or two fractions, are equal to each other. Think of it like a perfectly balanced scale. One side equals the other. For example, 1/2 equals 2/4. That's a proportion. Now, sometimes one of those numbers is missing, replaced by x, and our job is to find it. That's exactly what Maya needs to do with her homework. Here's a key idea. When you set up a proportion, you have to keep things in the same order on both sides. Imagine Maya is driving with her mom. They travel 60 miles in 2 hours. How far would they go in 5 hours at the same speed? We set it up as miles over hours equals miles over hours. 60 over 2 equals x over 5. The units match on each side, miles on top, hours on bottom. Getting the setup right is half the battle. Okay, here's the big moment, the cross multiplication rule. When you have a over b equals c over d, you multiply diagonally. A times d equals b times c. Picture two arrows crossing like an X through the proportion. That's why it's called cross multiplication. Those two crossed multiplications always give you equal products. It turns a tricky fraction problem into a simple multiplication equation. Maya's eyes lit up when she saw this, and yours will too. Ready to try it? This is the exact problem Maya was stuck on. 3 over 4 equals x over 12. Let's cross multiply. We draw our x arrows, 3 times 12 and 4 times x. 3 times 12 equals 36. So we get 36 equals 4 times x. Now we divide both sides by 4 to isolate x. 36 divided by 4 is 9, so x equals 9. Let's check. 3 over 4. Is that equal to 9 over 12? 3 times 12 is 36, and 4 times 9 is 36. They match. Maya just solved her first proportion. Boom. You might be wondering, why does cross multiplication actually work? Great question. When you have a over b equals c over d, you can multiply both sides of the equation by b and by d. On the left side, the b's cancel out, leaving a times d. On the right side, the d's cancel out, leaving c times b. So you get a times d equals c times b. It's not magic, it's algebra. The fractions disappear because you're multiplying to clear the denominators. Pretty clever, right? Maya's class is going on a field trip. If 8 students need 5 permission slips, how many permission slips are needed for 24 students? We set up 8 over 5 equals 24 over x. Cross multiply. 8 times x equals 5 times 24. 5 times 24 is 120. So 8 times x equals 120. Now divide both sides by 8. 120 divided by 8 is 15. So x equals 15. The class needs 15 permission slips. Let's check. 8 over 5. Does that equal 24 over 15? 8 times 15 is 120. And 5 times 24 is 120. Perfect match. Even Maya made a mistake her first time. She accidentally multiplied straight across instead of diagonally. Watch out for that. The arrows go diagonally, like an X. Also, make sure your units stay in the same spots on both sides. Miles on top stays miles on top. After you cross multiply, you always need to divide to get x by itself. And here's a pro tip Maya learned. Always check your answer by plugging it back into the original proportion. 2 over 3 equals 6 over 9. And yes, they're equal. Great job checking. Maya's helping bake cookies for the school bake sale. The recipe uses 2 cups of sugar for 3 dozen cookies. She wants to make 9 dozen cookies. How many cups of sugar does she need? We set up 2 over 3 equals x over 9. Cross multiply. 2 times 9 equals 3 times x. 2 times 9 is 18. So 18 equals 3 times x. Divide both sides by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So x equals 6 cups of sugar. Let's verify. 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 6 is 18. They match. Maya's cookies are going to be amazing. Here's something cool. Proportions are literally everywhere in real life. Map scales use proportions. If 1 inch equals 50 miles, then 3 inches equals 150 miles. Recipes scale up using proportions, just like Maya's cookies. When you're on a road trip, speed and time form a proportion. Even sports statistics use proportions. If a basketball player makes 3 out of every 5 free throws, how many will they make in 20 attempts? Proportions show up everywhere once you start looking. Maya can't stop spotting them now. Maya's brother Marcus shoots 3 free throws for every 5 attempts. If he takes 20 attempts in a game, how many will he make? We set up 3 over 5 equals x over 20. Cross multiply. 3 times 20 equals 5 times x. 3 times 20 is 60. So 60 equals 5 times x. Now divide both sides by 5. 60 divided by 5 is 12. So x equals 12 free throws. Let's verify. 3 times 20 is 60, and 5 times 12 is 60. Perfect. Marcus makes 12 out of 20. That's a 60% success rate. Not bad at all. Here's a trickier one. The unknown is in the denominator. 7 over x equals 21 over 15. Don't panic. Cross multiplication still works perfectly. 7 times 15 equals x times 21. 7 times 15 is 105. So 105 equals 21 times x. Now divide both sides by 21. 105 divided by 21 is 5. So x equals 5. Check it. 7 over 5. Does that equal 21 over 15? 7 times 15 is 105, and 5 times 21 is 105. Yes! Maya solved the toughest problem on her worksheet. She's on fire. Remember Maya, staring at that first problem with no idea what to do. Look at her now. She solved 5 proportions, including one with the unknown in the denominator. Here's the whole process in 4 steps. Set up your 2 equal ratios as a proportion. Cross-multiply diagonally to make an x. Solve the simple equation for x, and always check your answer by plugging it back in. Cross-multiplication is one of those tools you'll use all the way through algebra. Parents and teachers. This one's worth practicing together. Now go show